What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of She Collects Cards. In today's video, oh shoot, sorry, I got a text message here. Oh, amazing. It says it's from MySlabs. You have an offer of $600 on 2020 Topps Chrome Sapphire Formula 1 F1 Max Verstappen. Please respond promptly. Yes, I sold my card. Alright guys, in today's video, I wanted to tell you about MySlabs if you haven't heard about it already. MySlabs is an online platform where you can buy, sell graded cards as well as sealed waxes. And something unique about this platform is that you can only buy graded cards, so slabs only. So you kind of don't have to worry about, hey, is the condition and the quality of this card, this raw card, actually what it is, that I see on the photos. So you don't have to worry about any of that, but it's truly what they're, I think, pushing for is authenticated. You don't have to worry about sort of like the legitimacy of the card. And of course, knock on wood, we know there are fakes out there, but they're at least trying to channel through that. So that's been amazing, I think, to have this kind of platform. I use MySlabs very, very frequently. I probably check it almost every day to see what the latest and greatest deals that I can make on these cards that I like. But you may be asking like, hey, why would I use MySlabs over, for example, in one extreme, we have, other online established platforms like eBay or StockX. So you might be asking, hey, why would I use that MySlabs over those? And my kind of feedback back to you is the amazing fee structure of MySlabs make it very advantageous over those platforms because they have a very simple fee structure of 1% fee of all sales. So even if you sell $100 card, you pay $1. If you sell $10,000 card, you pay $100 in fees. So it's very simple. And of course, the buyer, doesn't have to worry about, shipping or handling fees, anything like that. But you kind of pay this one-time fee, and it includes the shipping fee and handling fees and all of that. And one great thing about MySlabs is that they are connected to PayPal. Like you have to have a PayPal account connected to your account. So you don't have to worry about, hey, what is my method of payment? Is it going to be cash? Is it going to be Venmo? Is it going to be something else? But everything has to be through PayPal, so it's recorded transaction and everything is goods and services. So the seller has to cover for that fee. So at the end of the day, if you sell a $100 card, you essentially pay 4% fee in aggregate to make that transaction, which is significantly less than say eBay or StockX or things like that. So that's something that I found super useful to sell on this platform, is that you kind of get more back in your pocket once the card sells. And then you may be asking, hey, why would I even bother paying a 1% fee in making these deals when I can just sell them on Facebook groups or Discord channels or other types of forums? And my response back to you is you really don't have to worry about sort of the legitimacy of the parties involved, because MySlabs does an amazing job of vetting out each seller in the beginning of the process. What that means is you just can't go and list something that you want to sell on it. You actually have to go through a very rigorous application process. They check for vouchers, they check for your history on eBay, etc., to make it basically a very confidence-based platform where you can sell and buy cards without worrying about, hey, is this party involved in the transaction legit? Is the card legit? But that they kind of remove that headache portion out of the process. And I've mentioned this a few times in my video before, and I'm sure you've experienced it too, but when those bad one or two experience in dealing with someone gets to you, you really don't want to trust anyone and you only want to do in-person transaction. But I think MySlabs has done an amazing job of making that vetting process earlier on in the process, so that as users on the platform, we don't have to worry about, hey, is this card actually real, or is this buyer just going to scam me, etc. So you don't have to worry about that. So I think those two are great advantages of using MySlabs, and the inventory over the year that I've used it, market has grown quite tremendously. I think initially we only saw like sports cards on there, but then the wax collection started to grow quite significantly. And again, these are only sealed waxes. And then they've recently really expanded to other collectible items like game cards and other music cards and things like that. So it's really great to see the platform expand. They've kind of changed up their UI a little bit recently too, to make it a little bit nicer to the eye, which is amazing. But they haven't really changed anything else outside of like what's beneficial to the community. So I've really enjoyed using them. And as a seller, one great thing that I want to point out about MySlabs that you might find very, very attractive is the fact that there is a limited no return policy. So what that means is, once you go into deal and the buyer pays for the item and you have shipped the good, they're really encouraging that there should be no returns of the card. And if there is a significant damage, or if you haven't gotten the package, things like that, that's out of your control, you don't go and open up a case immediately on PayPal, but instead in the policy, they really encourage the buyer and the seller to talk it out first, that the buyer reaches out to the seller and tries to resolve the issue off book before kind of opening up a case and making it very strenuous on both parties. So I really like that about MySlabs, because I'm sure you guys have experienced it too, but you get very random and very interesting return reasons on eBay. Things like, hey, my child pressed the buy button, things like that, which is, it could happen, I'm sure, but you don't have to really worry about that to happen immediately. So that's what I really like about it. And another thing that I love about MySlabs is that when I make an offer on a card, the seller has 24 hours to respond to the offer, or else the offer goes stale. So it's very timely, which I love about it. And obviously as a seller too, I try to ship the card as soon as I know that a sale has been made. And so this card that I just sold, Max Verstappen's F1 Topps Chrome, I'm going to accept this $600 offer because I think it's a very decent offer, considering I will only be paying 4% fee in total, so 1% back to MySlabs and 3% to PayPal. I think that's a very decent outcome that I've been wanting. So I need to go package this card and ship it off. So I need to run. But again, if you guys haven't checked out MySlabs before, make sure to check it out. I'll leave the link below as well. So thanks for watching again another episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. That was awesome.